Well, good morning, everybody. Today is September 11th, 2024. And 23 years ago, the Twin Towers were attacked, um, and America was attacked that day. We're going to have just a few moments of silence in remembrance of that. Okay. Well, good morning, everybody. As I said, today is 9/11/24. Welcome to the Tim the Trader live trading room. I'm glad you're all here. Let me let Loretta in. Get rid of this. There we go. Had some great trading yesterday. Just had 3 trades, and actually that call trade that I took in the beginning, I was able to get rid of in the end for a few cent profit, actually. So held that thing all day. But we did have some considerable swings yesterday, especially at 11:30. We had that big drop off, that big sell off, and then followed by a slow, steady gain to the high of the day. Q closed at 458.29, and where are we? So we have a gap play opportunity this morning. Let's see where the trigger is. Looks like this was the high. So the trigger is going to be 459.19. Let's go ahead and mark 459.19, 11:24. So we'll look for that as the gap trigger. We'll be looking for a put trade since we are above the highs of yesterday. Go ahead and scroll back up. Yes, we did have a report come out this morning that Keith will talk about. Let's head over to the option chain. We are trading tomorrow's expiration, so we're going to trade the 12th, and we will start at the money. That'll put us at the 460 on the call side, the 461 on the put side. We have 2,200,000 already in pre-market volume, tons of volume going on. A lot of that may be based on the report that came out. Speaking of which, let me toss it over to Mr. Keith Frampton, and he can tell us all about it. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning, Tim. Good morning, everybody. Yeah, had only 2 trades yesterday, but was up 59 cents for that, so that was good. Wasn't able to do trading in the afternoon because I was away from my computer. This morning we had the consumer price index numbers come out, and looks like year to year we were down 0.1% from what they were expecting. So looks like things are heading in the right direction there, and the market seems to like that. Everything else was pretty much as expected. There were about 8 reports came out on that. We will have the 10-note bond auction at 1 o'clock today. So again, that could move the market some. And then the big thing will be the PPI, the producer price index, coming out at 8:30 tomorrow morning. So we'll be waiting on that. Tim, thank you for the comment on 9/11. Also, don't forget the Pentagon was hit, as well as the plane that went down in Pennsylvania too. So
yes.
Anyway, yeah, just a sad day there.
Yeah.
I will be trading Friday's expiration this week, and I think that's about all I have at the moment.
All right. Thank you, sir, for the report. Yeah. Thank you for the reminder of the other areas that the planes hit. And I can't believe it was 23 years ago. I was working in NBC News at that time when all that happened. And it was probably the craziest news day of my life. But anyway, we're here. We are a very strong country, and we will survive it and anything else. All right, we are in the market, and make sure you have 20 cents between each of your hash marks. Forgot to mention that. And a little push down here going on just in the very beginning. All right, so I'm going to head over to the 460 on the put side. Just stand by on that. We're very, very early, still, in the first minute. Tons of volume coming in. Let me move my volume chart up here a little bit, stretch this out, bring that up so we can see what our volume really is.
So technically we filled the gap.
Mm-hmm. Coming up a bit. I'm going to wait for a more prominent fill on it. We've come out of it again. Price moving up. Let's see what the broader markets look like. Should have numbers in now. And the Dow is down 240. NAS is up 57, and S&P is down 5.68 points, down about 0.10. All right, starting to see a bit of a range develop here. We always look for that breakout in the first couple of minutes of the market. Mr. Efren into the room. I want to welcome our newcomers in today. I know we've got several people who are joining us today. Welcome. And after we get a trade or two under our belt, we'll go ahead and give you a tour of our charts, talk about our methodology, our indicators, and just kind of give you a general sense of how we make our money. All right, heading back down again. There's the gap fill almost. Oh, heading back up. We've got just went over 3 million in the underlying volume. By the way, today is a double session day. I'm going to do a lesson at 3 on why price moves, which I think is great information in this. You hopefully will be there for that, and then we'll trade the rest of the hour today.
Hey, Tim, we need to talk about how I upload or whatever the lesson from last week that I did.
Oh, okay. If you want to send me the recording, I'll go ahead and get it uploaded.
Too big. It's like 10.7 gig.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and use what is it, largetransfer.com or one of the big transfer services that are there that are free.
Okay, I will.
I think it's largefile.com, something like that. All right, heading down, we filled the gap, going over to the 460 on the put side, 460 on the put side. Just stand by. Let's see if this can break through the previous low, which it is beginning to do. All right, I'm going to go ahead and enter this. Way off. Let me cancel this real quick. Good. I did not get filled, but I am going to stick at the 460 on the put side. Quickly retreated from VWAP. Or I should say jump through VWAP. Our purple line, VWAP. volume weighted average pricing line shows us the exact center of pricing so far in the session.
It also went down to yesterday's close and bounced off that.
Okay. Dow's now.
I got filled in 388.
Okay. Then you're in good shape. All right, going back to, I'm going to go to the, I'm going to go to the 459 now, 459 on the put side. I'm going to go ahead and try to enter this and got filled on the wrong side. All right, in at 374, 374. Oh, Kathy's coming in.
And I got filled also.
Okay. And we will hold on to this because it's early in the session. Also, the Dow is down considerably. NAS is falling off its high. We're at VWAP. And probably early on our longer term charts, but they are all red. There's a doji. Usually means a reversal. Doesn't look like, so in this case it doesn't appear to be, but keep having problems at VWAP.
Tim, I'm sorry, I didn't follow. Did you put? Did you add call or put now to 259?
It's in the put.
Put, okay.
In the put. Yep. Let me get some charts in view here. Oops. Let's see here. 59. Back down to VWAP, trying to break through. Always that darn VWAP's always a problem. There we go. $387, $397. I'm going to go ahead and take profit here, guys. There we go. in at out at 395, 21 cents, 374 to 395.
368 to 398.
Oh, you dog. Way to go, Ashim.
Tim, I had a question real quick.
Yeah.
On the TT, to close, like, can I also use the right mouse button and then close? Is that the same, or just do a bid and close?
Do the bid and close.
Bid and close instead of the right click mouse?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, I believe, Efren, you can use both.
Because somebody told me just right click and then close it instead of doing a bid to close.
Yeah, you can do it both ways, actually. That's probably more efficient as a right click and close it.
Okay, because I never did it. I just followed your advice on the bid.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
You bet. All right, so getting a bit of a reversal here. Don't believe this is going to last. Got our first trade in. Pretty good return on that first trade.
That was too greedy and it jumped past me, so I'm still in it.
It'll come back down.
My that first trade was 388 to 425. 425.
Oh, goodness.
I mean, I actually tried to cancel it, but it didn't cancel.
Oh, it failed. Gary says, Trading in the Zone by Mark Douglas, fantastic. Yes. Yes, absolutely. It's a book I highly recommend to everyone. I always include it in the welcome email out to new folks. Great book.
Probably can put a pseudo supply zone in there.
Let's do that. We're going to go ahead and add a pseudo supply zone, as Keith just said. Right here on the top of the first 5-minute candle, we'll turn it red. Once I get the zone put in, boom, 86 to 76. There we go. Give it a day. And we're going to turn it red. We go red, color, more, HSV, and 60. We change the color of the price line to red. And we will have a pseudo supply zone in. It's not real because it's just based on the high of the first 5-minute. When we get an actual price agreement, we will move it to there, to the price agreement. Working on a demand zone down here, we've got a pretty good price agreement right here. And for those of you who are new, this is one of our prime indicators are the zones that we put in. Whenever price comes to a point and reverses, we mark that area because we know price comes back to those areas time and time again. They either bounce off or they break through. eventually they break through as the market maker really designs new price boundaries or price range. Come on down.
You read my mind.
Mm-hmm. All right, we can go ahead and put in the demand zone now, which is green, off of this price agreement. It's what we call a price agreement. 15 to 25 right there. Let me clean this up just a bit. There we go. And now I'm going to give it an extra day so we don't have to keep messing with it. Price coming down nicely. Keith's going to get a nice profit off of his trade. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
And filled for 33 cents.
Nice.
And I'm just getting ready to cancel it too, to run it further. But we'll take that. I may get back in it.
Yep. In fact, going over to the 458 on the put side. We'll just keep an eye on that for now. We'll see if we're going to continue, if we're going to start a trend down.
We
Or I
did
should,
get we did get the 15-minute crossover.
yep. Okay, going back to it. 458 on the put side. I'm going to go ahead and enter this again. And back in.
Same here.
What did you enter at, Tim?
372 at the 458.
Thanks.
You bet. In a temporary reversal here. Lots of good volume coming in. Like the last 2 minutes, the market maker was maybe making a move of a bit. Just looking at the higher volume here on our volume subchart on our upper left 1 minute chart, we have a volume subchart. We like to see above 100,000 a minute. That's this red line is set at 100,000. We just know the market makers have a easier time maintaining a trend when it is at higher volume. See how price came all the way back up to the demand zone and bounced off of it. That's what I was just saying about how price returns to the zones time and time again. As Keith said, our 15 and 30-minute longer term charts are showing all red. So continuing sell-off.
And there is no 10 o'clock report out today, so don't know if there'll be a pop at the top or not at 10 o'clock.
Okay. Got 5,800,000 in on the underlying, good volume. Kind of just hanging out in a bit of a range here, but the bias is definitely toward the put side. Move that up a bit. Move that up. Price kind of bouncing all around here. Market maker trying to find a direction.
A second, let me call him up and tell him a direction.
Thank you. Would you? Long upper wick. That's a good sign for continuation on pushing down. All right, up to 382 now. For a second. This could be a great trend if price would just settle down a little bit. There we go. Stop with all these silly buy orders that are coming in. Yeah, at 3 o'clock today, we're going to do a lesson on why price moves, and got some great answers. It's going to make really help your understanding of what you're seeing on the screen and why these candles are moving the way they move. Again, my thanks go out to Brian for prepping this material and doing the research. Getting a bit of a reversal here again.
We've got about 4 minutes to the pop if there's going to be one.
Okay. Well, hopefully we're out of this by then.
That would be nice.
Now, for those of you who are visiting us today, we have a thing called the pop at the top that happens at the top of the hour here in about 3.5 minutes. It is generally an algorithmic pre-programmed move that the market makers put in. And when it happens, and it doesn't happen every day, there will be a move that is usually larger than everything around it. Can be based on reports that are coming out, can be based on nothing at all. Like I said, we don't get it every day, but most days we do get a move. We have certainly lately been getting some pretty good pops at the top. And we don't like to hold trades or get into a trade right before the pop at the top simply because we don't know which way the pop is going to happen. We've got 6,500,000 in on the underlying volume. And currently Dow is now down 507. NAS is down 20, S&P is down 39. That doesn't necessarily mean that QQQ will follow that and go, and continue to sell off, but it does bode well generally for that to happen. All right, we got 1.5 minutes till the pop. We're still in a range here. It's almost a big, giant, messy middle. Oops, sorry. You got 30 seconds till the pop at the top. Unless this just starts really going fast down, we may be holding this through the pop if there is one. But I'm standing by to get out real quickly. Here we go. We're in the pop.
And I am out.
And that's going the right direction. And let's go ahead and take profit.
We got 34 cents.
And I did, 38 cents. on that. 372 to 410.
Very good. Very good.
Thank you, sir. Well, we got a nice favorable move from the pop at the top, and you can see how that pop worked. Let me get some charts back in view here. So 2 trades, both positive, plus 59.
And I have 2 trades, both positive, up 67.
I will get you. I will catch up and get you.
Yeah, percentage-wise, you're doing better than me, though.
Big reversal. This is what usually happens off the pop. We get a big reversal off of that big directional move. This is why if you do have to hold a trade through the pop at the top, you want to be prepped to get out in a, in an instant. Because of that type of reversal, looks just like a crazy Ivan.
And that one happened pretty quick. A lot of times it may be taking 2, maybe 3 minutes to really reverse, but yeah, often the second minute it will reverse. I'd like to see the Heiken Aussie MACD reset just a little bit, then I'd look at another put. But it's getting pretty low right now. The longer term charts definitely still show downward trend quite a bit. Both the 15 and the 30-minute have crossed over. And actually what is this one? The 90-minute one actually is getting ready to cross over too.
Up 82 cents.
You got 82 cents? Oh, you're up 82 cents.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
thanks.
Nanny boo boo to you, Ashim. Well done, sir.
Thanks, Keith.
So far, we're having an amazing morning.
Yeah, what's our volume? 7.5 million underlying.
Yeah, Dow's down 553, Nas down 28, S&P down 45. Trend is definitely toward the put side. In fact, I'm going to head back over to the 458 this time on the put side, 458. Let this reversal play out.
Must have heard me wanting to reset that MACD.
Yep. So if you look at our lower right chart, the MACD subchart we have here, it is reset to above the gold line. 5-minute is just now starting to converge. MACD stands for moving average convergence divergence. That is, the blue line's either moving toward the gold line or it's moving away from the gold line. It's currently in a put position out of agreement with the 5-minute, and the other 15 and 30. Mm-hmm.
Tim, do you know why as soon as I click, it goes other way? I mean, why is that?
Let us know when you're going to click, would you?
Yeah. I don't know. I've been trying to figure out that phenomenon for years.
Hello? Ok, una bolsa entera por esto. Ok, está bien. El cookie no funciona.
Sorry about that. Okay, let's move our demand zone. We're going to duplicate this demand zone. We're going to move it down to this next agreement point right there. And we will duplicate the price level. We're going to bring that down to there as well. And then we're going to turn this one gray because it's now a minor zone. And still looking at a put trade. Okay. All right, going to the 458 on the put side, 458. Let me turn the price level gray as well. Actually, I may wait until this breaks down below this previous high.
I did get in on that.
Did you? Okay.
Yeah. But to cancel it, but it did get in on it.
All right, looking at the 458 on the put side.
And I followed the Ashim rule. As soon as I got in, it reversed.
Yep. Well, yeah, we'll call that the Ashim rule from now on. Already broke through the demand zone. It only took one shot to do it. 458 on the put side. I'm going to go ahead and enter this. There we go. In at 383. Again, I'd like to see price just settle down. We have more of a steady sell-off that happens here,
Thank you.
like that. All right, I'm going to go ahead and take some profit here. There we go. 383 to 416.
Nice. 382 to 414.
Nice, Hashim. Nice. And that brings me up to 93 plus 93. And one of the reasons I got out of that trade is we were heading toward the previous low, and oftentimes there's a bit of a challenge getting through previous lows. I believe it will, just looking at how much down pressure there is on pricing today. Dow is down 589 now, Nas down 59, S&P down 52. So 3 trades, all positive, plus 93. So having a fantastic morning.
Trade out for 480, 497 and take a dollar loss. I'm okay with that.
And also for new folks who are just joining us, hope you come back tomorrow. But starting tomorrow at right around 9:15, I'm going to be running a video, a pre-session video that goes through our charts and our methodology, our indicators, kind of gives you a great tutorial and overview of what you will be experiencing in the live trading room. So that is starting tomorrow. Just completed the video last night.
Good idea, Tim.
Thank you. I think it will help people better understand, new people will better understand what we're doing in the live room, how we make our money.
Should this pseudo supply zone come down to the second candle on the 5-minute?
It sure can. Yeah, we'll put it right there. There we go. Now it's real. All right, going back to the 457 on the put side, 457.
I just got out of that for 41 cents.
Nice.
Up $1.08 today, 3 trades.
Beautiful. See, we've got a nice, fairly directional market. You can definitely see it on our Heikenase chart. See all those red candles. Now you can see the reversals in the top side wicks here, but generally, wow, nice. Generally speaking, we're in a good directional move right now, a good trend. And I'm going to go to the 457 on the put side. Just want to make sure this is not a crazy Ivan. We've got 8,700,000 in on the underlying. Boy, I wish I'd gotten in when I thought I should get in.
Or if I would have stayed in just another minute.
Yeah.
That's all right. No complaints here. Wow. We've certainly had an amazing few weeks here, Tim.
Yeah, hasn't it?
Oh my goodness. Well, that Heiken-Icy MACD is way low, down at $1.20 now. Typically, if it's less than 0.5, it's fairly large.
Look at all that volume at the 10:15 minute. Wow. Market maker was really looking to extend the sell-off. Man, that'd have been nice to have been in that trade. But everything is showing continuation. We are getting concerned about the MACDs getting awfully low. Remember, MACD is kind of like a rubber band. It can have a snapback to it. But let's see. Going to head over to the 455 this time on the put side, 455.
I'm going to be cautious, Tim. I don't want to give money back.
Yeah, I hear you. Starting to see some pushback, though, on this sell-off. So you've got these long lower wick.
Yeah.
So let's just be patient and wait. Starting to see some turnaround here. Let's see what our markets are doing. Wow, Dow is down 648 now. Nas down 139, S&P down 70. We are due, though, for a major reversal. This could be the start of it. You probably all have noticed that we're staying in these trades longer. So we're in the 20 and 30 cent profit range. You know, this really helps. You know, you get up, and even if you have a loss, it's not blowing up all of your profit. But you can also be extra selective about the trades you get into from this point.
Yeah, besides Ashim, I hope a lot of you are being able to take advantage of these trades.
Yes. So what's going on right now is this could be the beginning of a transition to a reversal. It could just be a pause in the sell-off, but right now is the time not to get into a trade. Now's the time just to sit back and watch as it goes through a period of consolidation.
I don't know, Tim, would you consider today a good fill the gap move?
Yeah. Yeah, the gap play definitely worked today.
Yep, almost up to 10 million underlying. So not the highest, but still reasonable.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely the 1 minute candles, good month. Many of them have been above the 100,000 on the 1 minute
Mm-hmm.
candles.
All right, some reversal starting to form now, which is necessary. Market never goes one direction forever, although we've had some days recently where it's, sell-off days where it seems like that's all it does. May have a new demand zone going in down here. See where we are on time. We'll give it a couple more minutes. Not really interested in a call trade at this point.
No, definitely wouldn't. But I wouldn't mind that MACD on the Heikin-Aussie getting up a little bit more again and then resetting and coming back down.
Yeah. Yeah. See, right now, the long-term, the 15 and 30 are still showing nothing but red, showing a long-term bias toward the put side. So that in itself should keep us out of a call trade.
Hey, Tim, I'll be back in a few minutes.
All righty. All right, just kind of going sideways. All right, we can add a new demand zone down here on the bottom to this price agreement right here. $18 to $28. Let me add a day to it. There we go. And breaking through, I'm going to go up here and turn this into a minor zone now. Turn it gray. More HSV. That, and turn the price level gray.
Man, that 1 5-minute candle is just enormous.
It is. Look at that, it takes up the whole page. So breaking through, may continue down here for a bit. We're still in watch mode. Got a little bit of relief on our MACD, but not enough, really. The 5 minutes, yeah, 5 minutes barely converge back. Both our 15 and 30 are still crossed in a put position, all red, nothing but red. Wow, big push down happening right now. Look at that volume coming in. Market maker wanted to make sure this was continuing. So we are an hour in. We got 11,160,000 in on the underlying. And let's see what our markets are doing here. Dow is now down 730 points. NASDAQ down 175, S&P down 81. Boy, they are down good.
Yeah, I just looked on at least the feed from CNBC, and they really didn't talk about why things are selling off quite like this.
Mm.
It said United Health Group, Goldman Sachs, and Amgen, AMGEN, have dragged the Dow lower. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, and some of you new may say, well, why didn't we take advantage of those moves down? Because they're quick moves, and we like more progressive moves down that we can particularly track on the Heikenase chart. And those quick moves just, you just can't do that. You just can't trade that. Not successfully time and time again.
Yeah, and it's very difficult to get into it when it's moving like that. Just unless you're using a market order, it's very difficult to get filled. Now, let's see. I'm going to go over to the 454 on the put side. Let me see something here. I'm going to bring up our Heikenase chart. Just want to see where we started. Wow. So we started at 459. And we're at 453 right now. So $6 of movement so far. All of it down. Getting some reversal now. I knew there was something keeping me out of that trade. Now I see it. You know, the further we drop, and it could drop all day. I mean, there's nothing really stopping it from dropping all day, but the will of the traders. But at some point, it will reverse and reverse hard and travel up quite a ways.
Well, and you know, Tim mentioned we're using the longer term charts to try to stay in a trade longer or know when to get in the right trades too. But we still come back to the Heikenase chart and the 1 minute chart, mostly the Heikenase. Where is that on the MACD? And you need some agreement on the two to get in. So we wait for this to reset. Then we'll, that is, it gets a little bit higher in the range back up closer to center. Then if it turns again, then we'll be willing to get into another put trade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, well said. All right, so we're in a messy middle right now, kind of an extended messy middle. Messy middle rule is 9 times out of 10, we will come out of it the same way we went into it. So we should expect that price will continue to sell off. But you never really know. When we go into consolidation phases like this, we don't really know which way it's going to come out. We have to depend on our longer term and our medium term charts to kind of put us in the best probabilistic position to make an intelligent decision on direction. So it looks like we're coming out the same direction we went in.
Getting down towards the lows of yesterday's low too.
Wow. There's a doji. Doji usually means reversal or high probability for reversal. There it goes. And just a reminder, if you came in late, we will be coming back at 3 o'clock today. I'm going to open up with some training, and then we will trade the rest of the hour. Hopefully we get some good movement this afternoon. We haven't had very good movement in the last hour of the market here on Wednesdays. It's been a while. Got 12,300,000 in on the underlying. And Dow is down 700, NASDAQ down 197, S&P down 82. So finally, the market maker decided to get out of this consolidation mode and push down real hard. Look at all that volume that came in, right about the same level they did it last time, and the time before, and the time before that. Yeah, if you want to consider a put trade, I wouldn't be opposed to it, but be careful of these sudden push downs. because they often have equal and opposite push-ups, like what we're seeing now. It's what we call a crazy Ivan.
You say you're coming back at 3, that's 12 my time?
That's 12 your time, Efren. Yep. Yeah, we'll just trade an hour, last hour of the market.
You know, we get that term from the Hunt for Red October that the Russian subs would do a crazy Ivan, change direction quick to see if anybody's following them. And sorry to hear that James Earl Jones passed away from played
Oh
James
no.
Greer on that.
Oh no. When did he pass?
He was I forget, like up in his 90s or something. So
Wow. When did he pass today?
oh, yesterday I think it was.
Oh, I didn't know. That's
Yeah.
all my heroes are passing.
And certainly known for Darth Vader's voice on Star Wars too.
That unforgettable voice.
The market maker certainly filling his warehouse today.
Boy, no kidding. Guys, you can consider a put trade if you want. It looks like we're going to continue to push down. Not sure I'm going to get into any more trades this morning. I go into profit defensive mode after a while when, you know, when I get up near $1, I do not want to give any of it back, but it would appear that we're continuing to sell off here.
Same here. Although I actually set my sights a little bit lower, that if I get much above 40 or so, I'm pretty cautious about what I get into then. 40 cents, that is. Hey, Gary asked another good question there, Tim.
Oh, let's see here. Let me go back to, okay. For the afternoon session, log in the Zoom address. Yes, same address. Then Gary asks, what does the big volume MACD crossover at 1022 signal on the 30-minute chart? It looks significant. You want to grab that one, Keith?
Yeah, let me take a look at that here. Yeah, it is. But again, Tim and I were talking about that. Given the longer term charts and the pressure going down, we weren't going to get into a call there. But if that's the only thing we're looking at, yes, that's a great crossover to get into a call where you have the MACD heading back up. But giving the other insights that we have into this these days, we're very cautious on that.
Yeah. Okay. Gary asks, on the 1 minute chart, the doji wasn't green or red, but it looks like it opened and closed the same price. But on the 5 minute chart, it shows red. Is it still a doji if it shows green or red or neutral color? It's only a doji if it's white, and the doji can happen at different times on different charts. For a 5 minute, it has to open and close at the same penny over that 5 minute period. And the 1 minute just has to do it during the 1 minute period. So it's much easier to get a doji on the shorter time frames than the longer time frames. Yeah, and it is still a doji. I mean, if as long as it's white and it opened and closes the same price, it's a doji. And it says, does the doji signify the open and closing price are exactly the same? Yes, sir. Exactly the same. And thank you for the questions.
Yep.
All the questions.
Good questions. By the way, let me throw one other comment in too. You know, a lot of times we get into a trade and it just sort of either reverses just a little bit or hovers around, and maybe some of our comments saying, oh, well, we're just hoping it goes the direction we want it to go. We may say that, but in reality, we're basing our reasoning for getting into that both on the long-term charts and the 4 charts you see on the screen that Tim shows here, and sometimes we just have to be a little bit patient on that. But the particularly the longer-term charts, you got in at the right time, and just be patient on that. We're just not entering a trade and hoping and praying that it goes the way we want it to go.
Yeah. Yeah, when we're considering a trade, we're looking at everything, our indicators, our longer term, the momentum, and something that puts us in the best probabilistic position to profit from the trade. You probably noticed that a lot of our trades will reverse before they become before they straighten out and become profitable, which is fine. You know, that's just the nature of price movement. But when we do our analysis and everything is pointing down, wow, look at that volume just spike up. That's what we're going with.
Hey, Tim, before the market open, you made a comment that you were able to get out of that one trade for a gain yesterday. Does that mean that you still haven't had a loss here for quite some time?
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah, since the 30th.
Fantastic. That's a big turnaround from what we had been doing. You know, we've been getting maybe 80% to 90% gains with just a 10 or 20% losses, but we've turned that around quite significantly.
Yes. Yes, we have. You know, and a lot of that is really trusting what we're seeing in the charts. I mean, we've known for a long time that there's a lot more to get out of these trades than we do. And it's taken some work to get our minds in that place that just be patient and wait. The charts are telling us that we're going to get continuation in whatever direction it's pointing to. So we just need to apply more patience and wait for that to happen. And sure enough, it's happening. So that's pretty cool and pretty exciting. Oh my goodness. Randy, best day trading yet, up plus 1.78. Wow. Wow. That's awesome.
Fantastic.
Wow. Someone else just said 174 profit for today. Awesome.
Love to hear that.
Wow.
Yeah, please
Guys
let
are-
us know.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Now, see how we are still selling off, but we're starting to get into a lot more little reversals here. That's a warning sign right there that we may be heading for, a major reversal. These last 4 minutes, last 5 minutes of volume have all been above 100,000. We had that spike at 1052. It was a lot of orders, but not a lot of price variance happened on that minute. Gary asks, assuming one contract does the 174 equate to 1740 in profit? No, one contract would give you $174 if you're up 174. If you're using 10 contracts, that would get you to 1740. Okay, guys, I think we're going to wrap up here just a few minutes early. We're coming back at 3. Thank you all. It sounds like a lot of you had just an amazing day today. I'm pretty happy with 3 trades up 93. You guys are like $174, 178. I mean, good heavens. You guys are you're kicking it. And I'm so proud of you guys for trading well. So another great day. That's it. Let's meet back here at 3 o'clock. The charts will come down for a while. I probably won't keep them up that long, but they will come down, and then just log back into the same Zoom, and we'll see you at 3. All right, guys. I'll see you all in 4 hours. Take care.
All right. Thanks, Tim.
Thank you, Keith.